Hello, beautiful people. This is about why I don't do love readings. So, number one, I have tried to film this about 5 or 6 times. Because this has been on my mind a lot. So, why I do not film love readings. First of all, if you are a tarot reader and you focus on love readings and you clicked on this, I recommend clicking off unless you are able to open your mind to what I'm about to say. Okay. If you really love watching love readings, that's fine. Keep doing it. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to stop you. But I will tell you what's happening with your brain. Okay, so the problem is... Sorry about that. The problem is twofold. Number one, if you view this from a purely spiritual and law of attraction angle, watching love readings and always looking into when they're coming back and stuff like that, or what they're doing, what they're thinking, will only actually serve to push them away from you more. The reason behind this is you are simply increasing your vibration of lack. Okay? So always watching those videos is essentially keeping you chained to something that isn't based in reality. Yes. Okay. Second reason is this. Sorry. It's not a very sturdy tripod at all. From a purely biochemical point of view, watching a love reading watching a love reading and constantly looking into these things is actually engaging an addictive process in your brain. See, we have these chemicals that are released when we do something or eat something or consume something in some way that gives us pleasure. Okay, so when we eat sugar, fat, and salt, excellent example, that releases chemicals in our brain. And these have a very specific purpose. They're actually survival mechanisms. So back in the day, before we industrialized how we made food, agriculture and stuff, fat, sugar, and salt were a lot harder to come by. So we evolved so that our brain would send pleasure signals when we got these things into us so that we would know, hey, I like that, I need more of it. Unfortunately, with how plentiful these things are now, our evolutionary functions have not caught up. So we still have these intense cravings and intense feelings of like need and desire and craving and all that stuff, even though we don't actually need as much as we're consuming. Okay, so that's using food as an example. Now, love is the most powerful. It's the most powerful, and this is why like it drives people crazy. Excuse me. You see, there are obviously lots of drugs that release these chemicals as well, like, MDMA that floods your brain with serotonin, and cocaine that floods your brain with dopamine, and down fentanyl, heroin. I forgot the name of it for some reason. I'm like, well, what is it actually called? Yeah, that floods your brain with oxytocin. So those are 3 basic examples of highly powered substances that flood your brain with some really serious chemicals. So when this happens, first of all, like, we get really good feelings and all this lovely stuff. However, when our brain is flooded with those things constantly, it actually breaks down the connections of our synapses. So your brain actually gets weaker when it's being flooded with these chemicals all the time, which is why luxury over time is not a good thing. Anyway, so you come into a video and they say something that you like, and that is an instant of dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin of, yes, it's a lovely warm feeling, right? But it's not real. It's not real. And these people that are putting these videos up are taking advantage of that very basic survival instinct of ours to be mated, to be paired, and they're making money off of you. Yeah. It's actually really sinister. Especially because the videos that are posted to YouTube, to a general audience, they're general videos, meaning that there's no possible way for that exact storyline to be your storyline. Yeah, furthermore, because they're not actually based in reality, and because your brain is being flooded with chemicals, it sends you into an addictive spiral. So not only is the video triggering these chemical responses, but just looking at your phone screen and the anticipation of a new video releases more. So you get a notification for a new video for your sign. It's all like, I'm gonna find out about my twin flame today. Boom! Chemicals. So because of this, I do not film love readings. I don't think that they're right. I don't think that they're okay. But that's me. That's my opinion, and this is the basis of my opinion. It causes it stirs our addictive natures. All right. Now I am a recovering addict. I'm a recovering alcoholic addict, and I honestly, I have fallen into that trap a lot. Of I want to know, I want to know everything, and it sends me into a tailspin of like despair, and then I'm using the videos to feel better about something, but honestly what it is I'm escaping from my real life and putting my energy into these other people's videos and not creating things in my own life. So not only am I engaging my addictive tendencies, number one, I'm also I'm feeding other people's pocketbooks and like their own energy fields, because this is an energy exchange, right? Even if it's not in person, it's still an energy exchange. So every video you watch, you are giving them some of your energy and consuming their creation rather than working on your own creations. And rather than making changes in your own life that could lead to you actually being fulfilled and happy. So for me, tarot is not about love readings. It is not about soulmate readings, twin flame readings, although those are totally valid. I just don't do them, and this is why. And I encourage you, if you've watched the 9 minutes so far, to really search yourself before you go and watch a love reading of any kind. Make sure that you're not just looking to escape your life and not just looking to apply a salve to an open wound that actually needs to be cleaned out, and the situation has to be rectified. Yeah. So if you are a twin flame, if you believe very strongly that there is another soul out there that represents the opposite polarity of yours and you are destined to meet, it is your duty to pursue your own life and your own dreams and your own goals and your own creations. These are the things that will put you on the life path where you will actually meet them and unite with them in a healthy way. If you are a twin flame and you are a part of the runner chaser dynamic, it is super important that you stop watching love readings. Stop it. Unfortunately, sorry. And the reasons I already stated the reasons. The reasons are quite evident, I think. And yeah, so my readings are not specific to love. They are meant to assist whoever it is that's coming into my videos with aligning themselves with their purpose, whatever your purpose is. They are meant to, if you're running into blockages and you've got some fears and stuff, I can address those. I can help you with that. If you really want a personal reading about love, I can ask the cards for you, but yeah, I can ask the cards for you, and I will ask. But I tell you this, if you have to ask, if you're not sure, then the answer is no. They're not yours. They're not yours. Ooh, that's another thing I wanted to kind of briefly talk about, like the idea that someone else belongs to you is insidious and incorrect. You must respect them as their own sovereign being with free will, and that is the most important part. So yeah, how we talk about this idea of twin flames and soulmates is really toxic. It's very possessive, and I also I don't really like that. But again, I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody. I did that a lot. But yeah, so it's really important. It's really important to check your motivations for watching a lot of these videos and stuff. So be careful out there, my friends. Just because someone's wearing a smile doesn't mean that they actually have your best interests in mind. Yeah. One way that you could look at some of the divine masculine and divine feminine videos is come at it from, this is my inner masculine and this is my inner feminine, and we are trying to unite, because that is real. That is based in reality, because we do have both polarities within us. I'm not all feminine and I'm not all masculine. I look super feminine right now, but trust me, I have a lot of very masculine, traditionally masculine interests. So, and I'm assertive and sometimes aggressive. Anyway, that's all I really got to say on it. Yeah. Peace out.